like so excited to talk about this right now. Like alter egos. Okay. If you don't have one of those,
Get one.
yeah, you better get one because they're free and you should have one. Okay. Because that is how you're going to literally step into the next level of yourself.
Yes.
So we were just kind of like talking a little bit like about ours. I'm gonna let Maya go first because she's like got its name. She's got it all. I've never really named mine because I was just like I was kind of like her. I'm just like that's like LeeAnn in the future. So I'm still working on that, but I'm gonna let her go because hers is good, and then I'll do mine.
Well, so I feel like your alter ego is kind of like you 2.0.
Yeah,
You know,
it
that's
is.
how it should be. And I love yours too. Of course, we always gab before we jump on, trying to get somewhat of a plan what we're going to talk about, but then we always just, go off and
Literally, it just does whatever.
we have we're a niche but no niche. We are the niche.
We are the niche. That is right. We are savage. We are saved. We are the niche. We
We
are my
are the
own.
niche. You listen to us because you love us. That
That's
is what it
right.
is. But so my alter ego, I would say I'm gonna name her Mercedes. And so when I was born, my mother, love her. She had a few different names for me. Of course, I named Maya, but it was going to be either Maya, Roxanne, or Roxy for short, or Mercedes. So those are the three lovely names I was going to be named. So I'm going to roll with Mercedes as my alter ego. So Mercedes is like Maya 2.0. And when I step into my like Mercedes vibe, she is like Miss Sparkles. She rolls in like you can feel her aura. She's very glamorous. She's very
Yes.
glamorous. She's very, very successful. She don't take no shit, but she's like also she smells good. She just like she feels good. She's very kind-hearted, but like she's also like very feminine. And that's who I want to embody. I want to be like in my feminine, but I also want to be very like wise and strong and like educated. I feel like that is such a balance that I want to achieve in life. I also want to have her like, what type of car do I want to drive? I want to drive like a pink sparkly Mercedes, just for funsies.
Yes.
Because I can and I can afford it because I'm successful as fuck.
That's
Um,
right. Hell
and
yeah.
like these are things that, when you step into your alter ego, this is just like a fun way for you to get past all the BS and the blocks and the excuses that your normal self would put in your brain that would stop you from getting closer to where you want to be, right? So when I want to get to where I want to go and I don't want to be scared or I don't want to feel nervous, I'm going to step into my Mercedes and think like, what would Mercedes do in this situation? So I'm going to be Mercedes today. LeeAnn, who are you going to be?
So, I feel like I built my whole brand around like legacy. So I feel like that would be my name.
Ooh,
Her name would be Legacy. I
I
feel like
love
that
that.
is,
Oh my
you love that?
gosh.
Yeah. I feel like that fits me. And like, I feel like that is my alter ego. Is just this like really powerful woman that is building legacies, right? And she just, from being a person that kind of is like I kind of live in like a fight or flight like I've always lived like that. It's just like my personality where I am like always just like striving for the next best thing and like it's just who I am. And so I feel like when I'm her, I don't have like that, right? Like everything's just like chill, like everything works out, like it doesn't matter. You don't have to be in like super grind mode all the time. She just has time for everything. She's got time to work out, she's got time to do like some personal time. She's got time for like her husband. She's got time, like times carved out for her kids. She's got time carved out for her friends. Like she just has time for everything because I feel like time is such it's like an illusion. And if you make time, you have the time, right? And so like I feel like I'm like that is like part of who she is. She drives a freaking Lexus GX 550, okay? And it's probably black but like glitter flake in there. And because we like sparkles around here too.
With
And
some
like
rims.
almost feel like if it was black with like light pink interior, how fucking cute would that be? I would love that. But just like I want like a fucking like massive house. She's gonna have. I don't say I want, but like she lives in this massive house. It's got like this whole like because you know it's gonna be somewhere warm. Obviously, it's somewhere warm, and it has like the most epic like outside pool with like the stone waterfall and just like outside for
Oh.
entertaining because she loves to entertain. She loves to, you know, like have people over all the time and just like have fun and like have a good life, right? Like that is literally like my alter ego. Like just everything is good. It's calm, cool, collect. There's no worry. Like she has built a legacy that's like never gonna fucking die and it's only gonna multiply. And she just is like all around just like a fucking badass bitch that has like a huge heart and like uses all of her like financial gain for good. And I feel like that is her. That is legacy.
Oof.
And yeah.
I love it. Beep, 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 bitch, I'm coming.
It's already done. Like it's happening. You know, and there I mean, and even like when I think about, you know, because I just 2 years ago I was in such a different space. And I feel like, gosh, like what could happen in 2 years? Like imagine like in 5 years, like legacy is gonna be like all fulfilled. She gonna be it.
Yes.
Right? Don't you feel
Yes.
that way too?
Absolutely.
Mercedes.
Oh my
Mercedes
goodness.
and Legacy gonna be getting it.
Okay, and I just realized too, did you realize that we just named our alter egos like M and L as well?
I didn't notice that. That's so funny. Okay.
Hey.
It works. I know. I was just like thinking, I'm like, what is like a good name? And I'm like, Legacy is like actually a really cool ass name. And
Eh, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Mercedes and Legacy, like who are we? Like that is like when we go out somewhere, we don't know what want people to know who we are. That's like our names. Like we're just gonna show up.
Yeah. So, what is your alter ego? Drop it in the comments or let
Yes.
us know. What do you want your alter ego to be? Who is she? What does she like? What type of car does she drive? What are her characteristics? You know, drop them in the comments. What type of goals is she achieving? You know, these are things that you need to think about. These are things that to be successful in life, guys, you have to start not just thinking about this and thinking like, oh, I would love to maybe, hopefully someday get there. It's like, no, you need to embody these things. You need
Yeah.
to like not just manifest, but you need to feel, believe, have faith that God is going to bless you with these things because you are worthy of them. And I feel like it's not even just a manifestation. It is literally something that you are so worthy of because you are who you are and you are given these gifts that God has given you. So you need to put them to work. And if you believe that it is possible, you are able to achieve it, but you have to actually like put in the work to get there. But if you don't even take the step one to believe that you're going to actually make it happen, it's never going to happen. So the first step is actually fucking believing in yourself. So if you can't get past your first block and you're too scared, create this alter ego that will believe it for you because guess what? Perception is reality. And your brain doesn't know the difference between perception and reality. And that's actually the God honest truth. So it really doesn't know the difference. So like if you tell your brain every day, like, hey, we're successful. Hey, we got money in the bank. Hey, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to do that. Your brain and your body is going to start believing it, right? You're going to start
Mm-hmm.
automatically feeling better. You're going to start like achieving these things. So like you have to just step into it. You have to embody it. And if you don't believe us, try it. Like
Yeah,
for
and that's
real.
it. And like you said, embody is like what it is. Like, because I know, you know, there's like a fine line with faith and manifestation, how people feel. But it's like if you don't want to like manifest, like you at least have to embody because you literally have to step into the shoes of that person and show up like that person would. Because if I were like, if I would have showed up to like starting this business venture and like my mind at that time, like I didn't, I showed up, I guess I her didn't know at the time, but I showed up as legacy that day to start this business, because if I would have like started this business as LeeAnn, it literally wouldn't have transpired to where it was, because I was in such a broken time in my life where I was almost like this close to like believing that like we were just gonna be like piss poor for the rest of our freaking lives. Like it was just our reality, like I didn't have the fancy college degree. I didn't come from money, like I didn't have the things. But then like when I saw this opportunity and I had that vision, I was just like, holy shit. Like I could change our whole world with like just taking on this opportunity and doing it, because I know I can make it happen. And then it was just like once I stepped into like that girl on the other side that was successful, you know what I mean? Like once I stepped into that and was like, I can make this happen. Like I can change our whole life with this business. I know that I can do it. And I stepped in as her. And because I think back sometimes and I'm like, bitch, you were brave. Like you
Yes.
like did you do like you really did that with like $600 in your bank account? Like you just fucking maxed out like the little bit of credit that you guys had to like start this business and just be like, this is gonna work. Because I was like, wow, like I really was ballsy. But like I stepped into an alter ego and I was just like, we don't have any other choice but for me to be her, and that's it. And like it's gonna work out. Like it's gonna work out because it has to work out, because I'm gonna show up every fucking day till it works out, and it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna claim it as mine. And so I showed up every day as that girl that was literally no excuses. If I was fucking, I remember getting on a live when I was puking sick with the stomach virus because I was committed to the 30-day live challenge that I did. Like no excuses. Like it was coming out both ends, and I had literally gotten, it was the first time I had gotten like, I think it was like 15 to 20 checks in the mail at one time. And I was like, I have to go live today. Like, I can't make any excuses. I'm going to go live today and I'm going to talk about how this opportunity changed my life. And like, if you show up like that, and I understand like we need to rest. This was like a 20-minute, like 10-20 minute, just like, I am so sick, but I'm getting on here because I have to talk about this today, because
Yeah.
it won't be as impactful tomorrow. It like what, like we were just like blown away that that's how many checks were in the mailbox, like all the hard work was working. And so, anyways, if you don't step into her, you'll never be her. So you have to live in her now, like today.
Right? I love that. What's that song? It's like heart, 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 heart. Like I don't even know what it is. I think it's like Megan Thee Stallion, but I love that. It's one of those things where like if this chick can have it, like, or like if they can have it, why can't we? And like nobody is more deserving or worthy than you are. Nobody, you know, earns it. Like if other people can have it, so can you, right? Like if you have the work ethic, like you can make it happen. And as long as you are willing to put in the work, you are able to make shit happen, okay? Because consistency and work ethic will outbeat talent. Because you can be talented, but if you don't actually put in the fucking work to make it happen, it's not gonna work. Because you can be talented, but you can sit your ass on the couch and not do anything with talent. You know?
Yeah.
Like
There's tons of people that waste their potential. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Like we literally work and see with so many people who have so much talent, but they just squander it and don't do anything with it. But then we see
Hmm.
so many people who show up every day and they do have success because they continue to grind and they continue to sharpen their skills and they continue to get better and they don't fucking give up. So if you're
That's
willing
right.
to not give up, you will get to where you want to be, right? Like LeeAnn and I both came from a different sales space where we literally made like jack squat in commissions for years and years and years. And we grinded our asses off for years and years and years. And like, we could have given up. We could have been like, this isn't for me. I'm not making any money. Everybody is doing so much better than me. And like, we could have thrown ourselves a pity party, you know? But we didn't, and we still showed up. And then, God's timing is never late. His timing is never late. And now we're here, and we finally found an opportunity where we get paid, thousands of dollars per transaction. Thank him that he put us in this place that we're able to do that. And now we're here and we're on this podcast and we're able to help other women and, do the exact same thing. So it's like you have to continue to push and push and push to be able to get to where you want to be, and eventually you will find your footing. You just can't fucking give up on yourself. You just can't.
No, you cannot. Can you see me okay? Because I like glitched out for a minute.
Yeah, you were glitching a little bit. Could you hear me? I mean, Is it like storming where you're at?
You no. It's actually like beautiful out. Like that's the weird part. But like you literally like I couldn't hear you at all for like just what everything that you just said. Like I couldn't hear it.
Oh.
I could see you, but I couldn't hear anything. So I was just like, yeah,
I mean, I
let's
was just
go.
talking, just talking.
Yeah, you know what? This is called like working off Wi-Fi. Like this is like the challenges that we come up against. But
It's all
no,
good.
definitely.
Mm. Oh my gosh. So remember when we were in Nashville? So
Mhm.
LeeAnn and I first met at a retreat in Nashville. And maybe you guys have heard this story before, but like I just love the fact that like we get to go and like travel and go on experiences because I feel like so many different people and moms don't get to travel. And I feel like we, not that we take it for granted, but like I love the fact that not only are we a part of like a sales business or even just like a business in general, like people look at like what we do and they're like, oh my gosh, you have to like make an investment to be able to start a business online or to be able to like get in the sales position to make an investment and oh my gosh, I'm just getting products and blah blah. It's like you get so much more than that. Number one, you get amazing health products for your
Yeah.
family. Number two, you get mentorship. You get to make a shit ton of money. But like number three, you get all of this like this community of amazing women, but then you also get to like travel and do all these amazing things. And like for me, being able to travel and like have a group of people around you, like that's high up on my list. Like high is experiences and like being around other women who just like lift you up. Like for me, like memories are that's like top notch type stuff. Like that's where we met. Was a retreat.
Yeah.
You know, like I love being able to travel and do this type of stuff, and now we get to put it on for other women and like on our teams. Like I love being able to plan retreats now. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm really really excited that we are like going on this trip here soon. Because like I don't know, like I almost feel like when we get to go on these trips because in this business like we're at home, we're moms and we're like we're
Mm.
grinding and that we're living that like regular life, right? But it's like we get to travel and we get to do we definitely we don't live just like mediocre lives, like we're very blessed. But the cool thing about these trips that we do is they're so fucking next level and it literally like puts us in that like in our alter egos, right? Like we're gonna be like dressing up and like having glam squads and like that come and do our hair and makeup and we're literally like we get to literally live and our future selves like on these
Yes.
trips because that's what they're designed to do, right? They're designed to get you in like that room so that you can feel and taste and touch and smell and like experience what it's like to live in like that it girl energy or whatever.
Main
And
character
so like it is
energy. Yes.
yeah, so it's like for me, it's just like this is I have dreamed like to be able to do this kind of stuff because I know like when we were in low ticket, like if you got invited to like go on something, like you had to like number one be like a top seller or whatever. Like it just wasn't like barrel the bottom people going to these things. But then like it wasn't anything of like what we do though. You know what I mean? Like no, no, like not at all. And like I remember like the one we went to Tennessee, it was really nice. Like they rented a really nice place and the rooms were nice and we definitely had fun, but like literally like talking like when we went to my like out in Miami, like we went on yachts and like we are on a yacht and we went, like to these diet like dinners where it's like one appetizer is like $50 or something. It's like what the hell? And then like the coffee, we're at the Dior Cafe, and like one cup of coffee was like $20, and it was like this big. And I'm just like, we're literally just like here right now, like doing like it was. I couldn't even. And then like after we did that and we came back, like I had like $50,000 month after that. It was like not long after that, I had like a $50,000 month. And I just think about now, like we're gonna go in December, like at Christmas time, and we're gonna like just embody and like be in that energy and like our alter ego energies. And it always feels us so up, and we're just so fucking fired up when we get back. And it just is like I'm sorry, but every single one of you that are listening to this podcast, you need to get your ass like on girls trips and go out and just fucking live in your alter ego self. Whether you work your ass off in a company where you can like get invited to it and like get pampered with it, or you fucking like start saving like $20 a week out of your paycheck so that you can fund yourself to go do that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, it is so important. And I'm like with my husband all the time, and I think, like it's so important that he go do some guy things, like, but we also spend so much time together. But it is so important to go out with your girlfriends or like your business partners and just go experience like life on a next level like that, right?
Yes, absolutely. I personally, between trips with my like just myself for what we do for like business and girls trips and like
Yeah.
Chase and I and then like family trips, I think I travel
No.
probably 5 to 6 times a year for trips. And you know what? I ain't sorry about it. I will not apologize for living an abundant life because I work my ass off to do it. And God placed me in this life for a reason. I went through a lot of stuff to get here, and I am not going to feel bad about living it. I feel like so many people
Yeah.
are like, oh, you travel all this time. It's like they look down on that, or like you look down on us for like spending money or like doing all these things. And it's like, why? I am not going to apologize for
Yeah.
spending my money on traveling. I am not going to apologize for that.
Mm-mm.
I am not going to apologize for
No way.
living a big life. I'm not going to apologize for living a big, bold, purpose filled life. Because guess what? You could be doing it too, but you're not. And I wish you would.
Yeah.
Like I wish these people would live bigger. I wish these people would dream bigger. I wish they would go after their passions. Like, please do it. Please, please go out there. Like, here's the thing, like the reason why we're able to live these big lives is because we have failed so many times. We have fallen on our faces so many times. We have literally like gone through so many different situations and things, and now it like every situation that we have gotten mud thrown at us, we've used that to grow and to build stairs. Okay, all the mud that's been thrown at us, all the rocks that have been thrown at us, we've just used it to build and build and grow and grow and grow to grow to higher levels. Okay, motherfuckers, so all the rocks that you've thrown at us, we've used them to build, and now we're here. Okay, what's up? Hey, like for real. And you know what? Like I no longer feel bad if I want to live a big life. And I used to feel like I used to have to hide that. But I don't anymore. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding anything. Like I love that we get to travel. I love that we're going to New York City. I love that we're going to have the glam squad. Like that we're doing all these things. Like I want other people to experience that too, but also like they could be doing that, but they're just choosing not to. And because you know
Yeah.
what? Being broke also is a choice for a lot of fucking people. Like, you don't have to be broke in life. You don't have to. Like you were saying,
Mm-mm.
you can choose to save money out of a paycheck. You could choose to go work somewhere else. You could choose to be doing something different with your
Mm-hmm.
time. And obviously, there are situations where, like, if you're medically unable to work or, like, if you're sick, like, that is not who I'm referring to. So don't come at me. That's not who I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about the other people who are just choosing their situations and just choosing to not do more with their life when they certainly could be, who are choosing to throw themselves a pity party. Like that is who I'm speaking to. Like if you have the potential to do more in your life and you're not doing it, I don't feel bad for you. I want you to dream bigger. Guess what? I want to trigger you to do something about it. I want to trigger you to move, to do something. Please, please go out there and live your big bold life. That's what we want you to do.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. And when you were kind of talking about, oh my gosh, what was it? Um, you were just kind of saying, I'm just like like lost my train of thought. It was like right there, and like our like selves are like so off right now. It's like kind of tripping me out. Like your words are like not matching up with your face, and it like trip me out. But anyways, what you were saying is I'm like so ADD. And I'm just like, oh, I want to talk about this, but then I'm like, is she done talking? I don't know. I don't want to cut her off. So, but anyways, what were the hell were you just saying? Um, oh yeah. So like like literally like 90% of people that are broke is a choice. Like you were just saying. Like in my personal opinion, because there are so many people that sit around and they just complain about like how they are, stuck and oh, they can't do this, but they won't fucking take a risk. Like that's their problem. It's like you have to take a risk. And like you were saying, you were like, all of these things, like we kept failing and failing and failing, but we got the fuck back up. And that's the difference between people that will make it and people that won't, right? They're going to be like, oh, well, this, and this happened. And that just like basically told me that that was just not my destiny. Like, no, fuck that. Ha!
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
fuck that. That pisses me off to where I'm like, no, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make this work. I don't care how many times I got to try to keep doing this. Like, I'm going to do it. Right? Like, I'm gonna make this happen. And that's why when I started this business, like, and I never really had success in any other business, everyone was like, you're fucking crazy. You literally couldn't make a $20 investment business work. What do you think? How are you gonna make a $13,000 investment business work? But that's what small-minded people would think, right? But the big-minded person was the girl that just kept trying and trying and trying and trying all the different things until finally she found the fucking thing that worked, right? And she finally found like her true passion in like this industry, right? I never in a million years when I started this thought that I would love coaching. I actually refused to get on a lot of the coaching trainings because I was afraid they would make me speak on them. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting on there. You know? But it was like I had to like baby step into it, right? Like it's not like you just join your first company and like now sometimes for people, but you join your first company and you're just fucking like, making a bunch of money. Like it's just usually not that way. Now granted there are people that it does, but most of the time not. And there's a really large gap in the network marketing industry of why a lot of people aren't successful, and it's because they won't keep trying. They won't keep doing. And I'll see so many times where people make um posts about how like if you just if you're jumping from business to business or this and that, like that's why you're not successful. And it's like, that's not always the case. Like, I jumped a lot from like business to business because it was like, okay, like I just didn't like this anymore. Like, just wasn't my vibe. And so, like, I bounced around a lot. And it wasn't, and I would like have some success and then I would kind of lose the success. And then I would see like this shiny ball over here and like, oh my gosh, like their compensation plan looks better. Oh, I really think I like their products better or whatever. And I was like, kind of like a chase thing. And then it was like, now, once I found this, like I was so locked in. And that's why I was so confident to make that investment. And that's why I always push people like, if you're not happy, move. Like you have to
Yeah.
keep moving. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying like, don't stick it out when it gets hard in your company if you like it, but you have to keep moving till you figure out what works. And it doesn't fucking matter who believes in you or who doesn't. The person that you look at in the mirror every fucking day, that's the person that is literally doing the work. You. So
Yeah.
nobody else has anything else to say back there. Like only you. So like don't let anybody dim your sparkle. Don't let anybody try to deter you away from like the vision that God has given you to go after. Because let's just say it, we're human. We don't always get it right. We don't like we think he's telling us to do this, like like it means like he doesn't come down right in front of you and be like, this is your plan. Like you have to just go in faith and you have to move when it feels right to move. And you will, like Maya said, like you will get there if you just keep failing forward. You have to fail forward. And like I don't even like the word fail because I feel like every time something didn't work out, like it wasn't really a failure, it was a lesson, it was an opportunity for growth. And if you think about it that way, you're never losing, you're only gaining.
Yeah, for sure. And even listening to you
Yeah.
talk, it's so funny because I think back to when I was in other network marketing companies and, was making 5, 10, maybe $15 a sale. And, everyone's telling you, don't look at other companies and block these people if they leave companies because they're just going to try to poach you. And it's like, we're all grown adults yet sitting here, and it's like you let other grown women tell you what to do, and it's so ridiculous that that we allow these other grown women to influence us so much because we're on their team. And it's honestly kind of ridiculous because you just get so wrapped up in it that you kind of forget that you can make your own decisions. And I got wrapped up in it too, and I'm a grown-ass woman myself, and it's kind of like embarrassing to say that and to think that. So I just want, if you're listening to this, for you to remember that you are an individual. you can make your own decisions. And if you have an upline telling you to block people or telling you that you can't look at other companies, or if somebody is messaging you to look at other compensation plans, that's wrong, that it's actually not wrong, that you are allowed to look at other companies, you are allowed to look at other compensation plans and other products, because guess what? That's normal to do. You're allowed to compare to see what else is out there. Just because you're taking a look doesn't mean you're doing anything
Yeah.
wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just taking a
Mm-mm.
look to see what is best for you and yours. Because, like LeeAnn said, what's most important is you and your family. Because you are taking care of you and yours. You are not taking care of your upline. You are not taking care of your upline's check, because that's what your upline cares about. Okay? If your upline cared about you, your upline would say, why don't you take a look and see what's best for you? No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say, hey, you stay here because you're making me money. And that's how it works in low ticket. So it's just interesting
It
to kind of
is.
think
It
back
really
to that.
is.
Yeah, it's, and don't let loyalty lead you to poverty. Meaning, don't stay loyal to your company that you're in or your upline that you're in because you love your upline or you love your team and you don't want to hurt feelings, and your upline's so nice to you and they get you flowers for your birthday, so you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you're making fucking $100 a month. You're making $50 a month. Okay, so you want to live in poverty because you don't want to hurt their feelings. That doesn't make sense. You need to do what's
Yeah.
best for you and make a move. And if they're your real friends and they're careable, and if they care about you, they'll support you. And I will promise you, if they are your friend, they will still be around to like be your friend after that. But unfortunately, a lot of times you will realize that they were not actually your friends. Because it's happened to me numerous times, and it's also happened to LeeAnn numerous times, and it actually really fucking hurts. Because these people we have cried with, we have shared, rooms and beds with on retreats. We have, it's really sad, the people that you think are your friends, and then all of a sudden when you're not making them money anymore, they don't give a shit about you. So that's how the world works sometimes.
Right. And yeah, and like you go to like make the best choice for your family and it's like, oh well, screw you because you're going over here and doing this and you didn't stick it out with us. Well, it's like, yeah, well, that's my choice and it has nothing to do on a personal level. It has to do on a business level and I need to go do what's best for me and my family. And so like definitely
Mm-hmm.
never feel bad about that. Like you have to do what you have to do. And when you find like, and I, and it's like every time I feel like I looked into a company, I was like, this is it. And I felt like that like every time, like this is it, this is it. Like every company I ever joined, but it was like, but it's like that is where I feel like entrepreneurship is, right? It's like you have to be like excited every day of like this new adventure or whatever you're doing. Like you just have to wake up every day and just do it. Pivot, move. If this isn't working out, move. Like go do something else. Don't give up. Don't say, "Oh, well, I tried 5 companies and like I wasn't successful in any of them, so like I suck." Like no, that has not anything to do with it. I mean, unless you're literally just not showing up and like trying. But you know, I know Maya, like we fucking hustle, okay? Like we put blood, sweat, and tears into our businesses that we build. And that's when like if you're putting in all this effort and like you have a big month, but then it's like like you're not making any money. And it's just like this constant, like no one really checks on you until it's like the end of the month and it's time to like check in and see
Hey,
what
are you putting in
hey,
your
we need to get
order?
some
Yeah.
sales. We gotta get you, we got yeah. I know. And it was like, then you start to think like, okay, the only time you're ever dedicating this much time to me is at the end of the month so that you can hit your rank. And it's like very obvious. Like anybody could see it coming. And I feel like that was just like another thing. Like it was so good to just get rid of like with the business model that we moved to. It's just like you don't have to worry about that. And I don't have to feel like gross to be like, hey, and like check in with people to see like what's going on in their organization so I know if I'm going to hit my rank. Like I hate that. I want people to just come to me and be like, oh my gosh, like I just hit this rank. I'm so excited. I'm like, yay, like, and not have to like, it's pure out of pure excitement and enjoyment to like watch people rise here because it doesn't affect our paycheck if they don't, right? Like it's great
Exactly.
when they do, like that's amazing. But I feel like that is just like, you really got to find a business model that's gonna feel good for you. Like if you like that end of the month grind, like you go ahead. But like for me, it was just not a vibe. I just not a fit.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And for some people, it is. Like, truthfully, there are some people who really love that.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Like, and I'm not dogging that, but like, for me, it was really stressful. Like, I used to stay up until like midnight, 1 in the morning, like checking numbers and like putting in orders and like literally checking in with so many team members. Like, hey, did you process your auto ship? And like, that wasn't the only time I would check in with people, but it was like, you had to kind of do that. And it
Yeah.
became so much of like, I felt guilty checking in with people, you know. And I remember, like, because I worked with a lot of my friends, and I remember there was this one girl who I worked with where she was like, I can't afford to process my auto ship. And I was like, well, if you can't process your auto ship, then you're not going to get your commissions. And she was like, okay, like, I guess I'll process it. And I felt so fucking bad, you know, because I had to tell her, like, if you don't process it, you're not going to get your commissions. And then she's like, well, I guess I'll process it, like, I'll put it on my credit card. And I was
Yeah. You
like,
got to basically rob Peter to pay Paul.
yeah. And I was like, then I'm like, why am I like, this is my friend. Like, I don't want her to do this, you know? And it was just like, it's just terrible. It's just fucking terrible. So I was just like, this is just not, it doesn't feel
It
good,
is.
you know? So yeah, anyways, like, it's just, you have to feel good about what you're doing every day. And I love the fact that, like, at least what we're doing with like our premium offer model, like, I feel very confident that like we have a business model that allows you to step into a business where it's like, hey, within 5 sales, you are 100% in a business where you're profitable, and after that, you're getting paid like $4,000 or $5,000 per sale. You know, you're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Like, it's a beautiful, lucrative business model that is just very cut and clear. And yeah, very thankful to be here. I know you are too.
Oh my gosh, I know, I really am. And I guess just kind of like in closing, it's just like, even if high ticket or what we do isn't for you, like in any business model or any business venture or any in life in general, just don't forget to build your alter ego and then just live as her. Honestly, like show up
Yeah.
every single day as her. Um Undeniable like her, and watch your whole life start to change, because when you embody that, everything changes when you start to claim it, embody it, live it. Stop checking your fucking bank account like every 5 minutes and like, freaking out about every little thing. Just, like you just gotta live. And you just you have to just claim what is deserved to be yours. And I feel like for so long, like Maya, I was like, remember when you were saying that earlier, and it's like, I am not going to feel bad that I want to do this, or I want to spend my money on this, or I want to go do this. Like, that is what literally life is for. Your life is not to live in a like freaking crippling anxiety, depression, and like not be able to go do anything and go live. And I'm not saying go max out every credit card and just go fucking wild, but I'm saying like you need to find something where you can build and you can step into that alter ego that can literally pave like the way to the life that you want to have. Like every single one of you that are listening to this, it is possible for you. Like it's 110% possible for you. But like Maya said at the beginning of this podcast, you just have to believe it first. You have to fully believe it, because if you don't fully believe it, it will never happen. When I charged my and maxed my credit cards out and had $600 in my bank account, I was never so clear like what I was going to be able to do with this opportunity. I was just so clear with it. If I wouldn't have went in clear, I probably wouldn't be where I am. I've been like just like rolling around, like I don't know what's going on, like I don't think I can do it. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have showed up live every day. I wouldn't have, been in my stories every single day. I wouldn't have been when my husband was coming home and he would be home for literally like a day and a half. I would schedule all my posts for the week so I didn't have to worry about that. Like I figured it out. Like I made it fucking work, and I stepped into my alter ego and was like, I'm gonna be her. And literally I joined the business in August, and then a couple months later in March, I went on like our leadership retreat to Miami. And it was like, okay, like however many months that is, like 6 months, let's just say. And
Yep.
I was literally like broke as a joke on food stamps to go on a fucking yacht in Miami in 6 months. Like, stop.
You went full legacy, baby. Like, you stepped into her
I
in six
did.
months. Like, for real.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
is
what's possible, guys.
120% possible. Anything you want. Yeah. So
I love
Step
it.
into that. Step into your Mercedes. Step into your legacy. Step into whoever she is to you and fucking be her. Be it, that it girl. Bring that it girl energy. And literally, you guys, like, I can literally guarantee you if you do it, watch your whole world change. Like, you start actually, and like, not just saying, oh, okay, I'm gonna be her. Like, no, but fucking believe, like, that is what your life will be and it will happen.
Love it. Okay. Mercedes and Legacy out. Love you.